Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube challenge. I'm doing ABCs for magic, and today we are doing B. And B is for banishing. Now this is a sensitive topic for some people. I know some people consider banishing like cursing almost. So without further ado, we're going to talk about a little bit about banishing. What I mean by banishing is like you're sending something away. Someone or something. Now, you could be sending them to a certain place. I have never done a banishing where I sent someone to a certain place in mind. Like, I've never banished anyone to hell or some form of bad place or anything like that. I've always if I've done a banishing, it's just to get them out of my life. Because I personally don't mean them any harm. It's just, I want them away from me. And that includes spirits and people. For instance, when Moonchild, I'm thinking of the never-ending story, y'all. When Firechild and Severine first moved into their place, there was an entity in there, and I took my Athame, or Athame, however you wish to pronounce it, and banished that spirit. Now, when I banished it in mind, I didn't have a certain idea of where to go, but it was no longer welcome in this home. And since then, there has been no issues with this entity. And on a personal note, when it comes to people, I have banished one person from my life because it was someone I worked with was causing turmoil with me. Now, mind you, when I banished them, I didn't want them fired. I wanted them to leave on their own accord, and hopefully maybe they found something that better suits them, because they were just, it was a toxic environment for me. And when I decide to banish someone, I keep in mind all those variables when I do a ritual for banishing. Usually, I would research some herbs that's good for that, meditate on it a little bit, and then just do what I feel is right. That's how I do my rituals. I only like to do what feels right. I'm not a very by-the-book person because some things just don't feel right. And I feel like when it comes to magic, you have to do what's right for you, and not just because it says this, you have to do this, because if it doesn't feel organic to you, it might not work as well. At least that's my opinion on the matter. And I understand to a lot of people there is a moral dilemma when it comes to banishing, because it is feeling like cursing. And again, I just like to reiterate, for me at least, when I banish someone, it's not for them to have misfortune, it's for someone to leave. I'm actually considering banishing someone else out of my life right now because they're causing my family turmoil. And that's something I don't think is good. And I feel like that's what magic is for also. It's not it's to help you. It's a tool that can help you as long as you use it appropriately. And I'm not trying to judge people who actually do curse, because there may come a day I put a curse on someone. I hope that doesn't happen, because that means I've been pushed to a point that, you know, I feel there's no other alternative, but who's to say? I'm not perfect, and no one else really is. Banishing is a way, I feel, at least the way I do it, I feel is a good way to help yourself get better, because there's just things and entities and people you're not going to jive with, and you have to understand that it might be best if you separate from them. It's just like a relationship, you know? You might be people you just don't like, who don't like you, and it's best if you just separate. I wish people would take that advice wholeheartedly. Have you guys ever had to banish anyone? Please leave a comment. Or if you'd like to know a little more personal details about my banishings, I'm more than happy to explore it. I'm not going to divulge names because that's just not polite. And I guess that's be it for right now. And B is done. We have more to come. I will see you guys next time. This is Ronnie Moonborn signing out.